Hello and welcome to another Oracle tutorial, Oracle database. In this quick video, we learn how to restore a table. What used to happen before, if a table was dropped by mistake, by accident, the procedure to undrop a table or to restore a table used to be quite difficult. So what you would have to do, you would have to restore a backup of the database to a test database, perform an incomplete recovery up to the point in time when the table was dropped. You would then have to export the table and then import the table back into the production database. So as you can see, the procedure used to be quite complex and quite cumbersome and quite stressful for the business owner and the database administrator. Starting from Oracle 10G and in 11G as well. We are using Oracle 11G. When you drop a table, if you don't specify the purge clause, the Oracle renames the table with a system generated name. It does not drop the table. The name starts with bin $sign. For the table is not really dropped, you can use the flashback table to before drop statement to ask Oracle to undrop the table. So what Oracle simply does, it simply renames the table back to its original name and the table is undropped. So of course this undropping uses a recycle bin, and first, as you can see, I'm using SQL Developer, connected as user angel here. Angel is the little connection sign here. You can see user angel, the schema angel, has got two objects. What I'm doing here, I'm creating a table. I'm sort of importing a table from HR schema and then renaming the table as AMP, and I'll select all columns and all rows as well. So I'll run this statement, create table AMP as select all from HR.employee. So HR is the name of the schema and the employees is the name of the table in this schema. The table AMP is created. If I just refresh this, you'll see that instead of having two tables, it has another table now, AMP. And if I say select all from cat, you'll see that this is schema, the angel has three tables. Now you can also run select all from EMP to make sure that this table is populated with data, 107 rows and a number of columns. Alright, so we'll make an intentional mistake. We'll drop this table. We'll say drop table. Now that was a mistake. Okay, so at this point in time, you can say show recycle bin. This recycle bin feature is enabled by default in Oracle 11G. So if you run this, let me clear this and then run this again. The original name of so this is the object in recycle bin. So the original name was EMP and the recycle bin name is bin $, and then there are a number of alphabets and digits. Okay, and on my right hand side, which you cannot see, is the date and time on which the object was dropped. So at this point in time, you can simply run flashback table EMP to before drop. And before we do that, we have to make sure that the table is really dropped. If I run this statement, you'll see that table or view does not exist. If I refresh this, you'll see only two objects, two tables. Okay, so we'll say flashback table AMP to before drop and run this. Table AMP succeeded. Refresh this, you have this table back again. So you can also say select all from AMP, and just to make sure that all the data is back, the data has been restored. Now however, if you had used drop table AMP purge, the table would be dropped. Okay, so you won't be able to restore it by using flashback table to AMP before drop. So if I say drop table AMP purge, the table is gone. Okay, so refresh this, two tables only. and if I run this, it should come back with an error. Okay, error starting at line 14, flashback table amp to before drop, error report, object not in recycle bin. Okay, so by the way, if you run this purge recycle bin, you'll have the same effect. You won't be able to restore. Okay, so I'll recreate this table, create table amp as select all from EMPs from employees, hr.employees, and there should be 3 table now. Amp, I'll say show recycle bin just to make sure. Sorry, not yet. I'll say drop table amp dropped, show recycle bin. The table amp is there. If I say purge recycle bin and then I say show recycle bin, there's nothing in it. Okay, so if you use a drop table with purge clause, the table does not go into recycle bin, and the effect would be the same if you run purge recycle bin statement. You won't be able to flashback table. Thank you very much.